Mud, flood, reset. Look, very short so you don't lose your time because time is money. Liquefaction. Soils or sand is saturated. The space between individual particles is completely filled with water. Then the soil shakes and the solid acts like liquid. Liquefaction, then you see this, how the buildings, they go... And now let's see it in real world because, hey, so this is the two photos on the left is Indonesia before and after, and the one on the right is Niigata in Japan. As you know, Japan has lots of earthquakes. By the way, the thing with the earthquakes is super well explained in the digital books of Vibes of Cosmos. I think book number 5 explains it very well. Now this one on the left is Christchurch, New Zealand, and on the right is California. So it's after an earthquake and the mud comes from below, and then if you had some building or something, it will just go. So you probably don't like me when I do, but I do it because I want to be funny. So nothing to see here. These are excavations of buildings. You can see the difference in color and where the mud was. So now you understand when you have like a building and then all of a sudden you do excavations, that mud after it was liquefied, the mud goes solid again. So once it goes solid, you built on top of the buildings that remained under the mud. Under the soil, which was solid, and it got liquefied, and the building goes, and then you built on top of it, and that's how you afterwards you get all these buildings, like for example ancient cathedrals and churches, which are not cathedrals and churches, they're electromagnetic buildings. Or you get these old world. Look at this on the one on the left side, you see underneath they even like built roads and stuff on top. So you would say, there's nothing underneath the ground, it's just like insects and shit, and you see, old world, huge construction with tunnels and buildings. I'm speaking about the picture at the left, you see here. So you look huge, massive. And then on the right you have your typical church with, of course, with perfect geometry for use of sound frequencies and electromagnetic energy, but that's a different story. And then you see the photo underneath, which is like I know it was like full of mud and water, and they dig it up, and then you see some parts which were underneath the earth, and they're still underneath because there's so much more. Yeah, so it's just your typical everyday, mud flood, and Vibes of Cosmos explains how earthquakes happen, and you understand a lot more, and you put the pieces of the puzzle together. I think you must understand what happens in the world when you have everything in. Look at this, for example. I mean, these are like these buildings are very ugly. The ones here that look so ugly compared to the old world buildings. But imagine like these buildings are left like this, and then there's no humanity for like 100 years or 200 years, and then the new humans, they come and say, I see. And how come these buildings are buried in the ground, right? Partially. So yeah, that's why, because you see the soil liquefaction. You can also put electromagnetic waves in the soil if you want, with weapons of with technology, with weapons, and you can use frequencies, and then the particles of the soil, they go and then everything goes into the mud, and that's it. Remember, if you add another M, so double M at the beginning, and you spread mud backwards, you get dumb. Yeah, so I just wanted to be a bit sarcastic there. So dumb. No, nothing to see here. We better go back to our private banking usury financial debt slavery system in a world of mortgage, which means debt grip. And that's it, on the spinning ball earth with curved water. Now remember, the reason why we don't have more mud floods today is because the earth is a globe spinning in space with curved water, and that curved water doesn't allow for more mud flood to happen. I don't know why mud floods happened before, because the earth is supposed to be a spinning ball earth with curved water for many thousands of years and millions of years, but heck, the dinosaurs will know, because oil is everywhere on the earth and there's no shortage of oil. Oh, I forgot, dinosaurs are not the origin of oil, of petrol. It's of oil. No, don't go there, because people don't like people. They call you conspiracy theorist, and that's it. Everything is a conspiracy theorist when you speak about things of the reality of the real world. So remember, there you go, liquefaction, and let's finish the video with, yes, indeed, I understand mud flood, but I prefer this one, because I like it how back in the day you just built on top of things, and then I say nothing to see underground. No, there's no tunnels, there's no ancient buildings, there's no corpses of giants, there's nothing. Just move along now. Keep on mortgage, debt grip. See you next time.